Graduates, guests, colleagues, I declare this ceremony open. Please be seated. As Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Enterprise and Knowledge Exchange, I welcome you all to this graduation ceremony for the students of the Nottingham Law School. I would also like to welcome family and friends who are joining us from around the world via our NTU live stream. Welcome also to our honorary graduate, HHJ Gregory Dickinson, and Vice-Chancellor Award winner Mark Chadwick. It is our pleasure and a privilege to have you with us, and we look forward to you sharing our thoughts a little later in the ceremony. Graduates, I want to begin by congratulating you on your achievements. Well done, and especially welcome back to NTU. Graduation is the pinnacle of the academic year, for us as much as it is for you. It is when we come together to celebrate your academic success. Last year, we were denied that opportunity. These are our first ceremonies for over 2 years. We agreed we would hold them in person as soon as we could, and I'm delighted so many of you are here today with us. It is great to see you all again. As the class of 2020, you faced major challenges as you approached the end of your time here at NTU. But you came through, demonstrating resilience, resourcefulness, and adaptability in abundance. The pandemic has reminded us of the reach and relevance of the NTU community, of which you will always be a member. It has re-emphasized the importance of connection and collaboration, inclusion and innovation. Today is a reunion as well as a recognition of your graduation. Take the chance, please, to renew friendships and acquaintances. The stronger your networks, the stronger your futures. I want to recognize the doctoral students who will be coming across this stage today. A PhD is the highest level of academic study. In completing your doctorate with us, you will have made a significant contribution to the university's research culture. However, no one completes this journey alone. I invite you now to remember those who have supported you along the way: your family, your friends, your course mates, the professional services staff, and your academic tutors. Please join me in thanking them with a well-deserved round of applause. These ceremonies also give us the opportunity to reflect on the university's gold standard teaching, our world-leading research, our resolute focus on ensuring our graduates are equipped for the world of work, and our ever-expanding network of international partnerships. Considering the challenges we've all faced throughout the past 18 months, I feel we must also recognize the culture and ethos that we draw that underpins those successes. It is from this ethos that we draw resilience, resourcefulness, and adaptability to prevail. The pandemic has reminded us of the importance of community and connection, and the need to tackle challenges by working together. Collaboration, innovation, inclusion, expertise. These ideals are all ingrained within the university's DNA, and they have served us well in unprecedented times. Every title and award is an endorsement of our beliefs, our methods, and our goals. But it is the day-to-day successes we see in our classrooms, across our campuses and communities, that prove NTU's ability to deliver on its ambitions. Nottingham Law School exemplifies these ambitions for its students and for its communities it serves. It is a school that builds courage, confidence, and leadership by combining theoretical rigor with the applied hands-on opportunities to practice law. The school is distinguished by a superb teaching, dedicated facilities, and an expert team of academics drawn from every avenue of legal practice. The school's mission is civic and not just academic. It believes in equal access to justice, a principle which is embodied within the Legal Advice Centre, a multi-award-winning on-site teaching law firm which encourages its students to support their local communities, providing legal guidance and advice. To date, the centre has recovered an astonishing £5.5 million of compensation for its clients. The centre received the Best Contribution by a Law School Prize at the Law Works and Attorney General Pro Bono Awards in 2021 and the Alternative Business Structure of the Year at the 2020 Modern Law Awards. Both the school and the centre reflect the obligations of a modern university to enrich society, to create opportunity, and to share knowledge and skills beyond our four walls. Class of 2020, it is a pleasure to have you back with us on campus. I really hope you enjoyed today's ceremony. I now invite Executive Dean of the Nottingham Law School, Jenny Chapman, to present an award to a member of staff who has excelled this year. Thank you very much.
It is my pleasure to invite Dr. Mark Chadwick, Senior Lecturer in Law, to come forward to receive the Vice-Chancellor's Award for Outstanding Early Career Researcher. The Vice-Chancellor's Outstanding Researcher Awards recognise and celebrate academic staff members delivering outstanding research. Recipients of the award have demonstrated a strong and sustained record of research activity and leadership relative to the stage they have reached in their career. And I'm very proud to present this award to a senior lecturer in law. Mark was appointed to a lecturership in Nottingham Law School in September 2016, which was his first academic appointment. He was nominated for a Vice-Chancellor's Outstanding Researcher Award due to his successful research in the field of international law with particular focus on the principle of universal jurisdiction. His monograph, Piracy and the Origins of the Universal Jurisdiction on Stranger Tides, was one of 6 books shortlisted in 2019 for the highly prestigious Society of Legal Scholars Peter Burke's Prize for Outstanding Legal Scholarship. The publication of the book also led to Mark receiving an invitation to appear on a Netflix documentary called Explained Pirates, and you can all look that up later, I guess. In addition to his monograph, Mark has authored several pieces for The Conversation, co-organised an international conference on gender equality in post-conflict situations. In September 2018 and 19, was awarded a visiting research fellowship at Maynooth University in Ireland. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it gives me very great pleasure to present Mark Chadwick, Senior Lecturer, to receive the Vice-Chancellor's Award for Outstanding Early Career Researcher. I now invite the stewards to bring forward the first group of graduates who will be congratulated on their awards by the Deputy Vice-Chancellor. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the following have qualified for awards from Nottingham Law School. Doctor of Philosophy degree, Ajaman Ojobo, whose research is on an analysis of the legal market and cultural impediments to financing SMEs in Lagos, utilising Ostrom's institutional analysis development framework. Master of Laws degree in Bar Professional Training course, Laura Briggs. Rebecca Clark. Danielle Khan. Sophie Lenton. Arafat Mustafa. Erica Rumans. Oliver Saddington. Rory Shanahan. Master of Laws degree in General Law, Lewis Chapman. Benedict Maybeaker. Sade Thomas. Master of Laws degree in Health Law and Ethics, Zainab Lawal. Teriro Faith Bandambira. Master of Laws degree in Human Rights and Justice, Sean Burr. Sidi Jabate. Shannon Keenan. Jean Bogori. Bridget Ogboji. Ella Royal. Amapreet Tour. Master of Laws degree in Intellectual Property Law, Fiona Shorten. Master of Laws degree in International Financial Law, Danny Raby. Master of Laws degree in International Trade and Commercial Law, Zondiwe Lovu. Master of Laws degree in Legal Practice, Brendan Norman Ross. Florence Ismail. Kirsty Varley. Master of Laws degree in Legal Practice course, Zara Abbas. Luke Barton. Pragati Bangdara. Kimberly Birch. Samuel Brace. Sarah Burke. Maria Inés Cadete Ramos Corriera de Melo. Eve Campbell. Artie Chadha. Sophia Christofides. Joseph Duffy. Samantha Eady. Charlotte Ellis. Mary Frost Payne. Bethany Gray. Joseph Harrison Brown. Charlotte Hodson. Michael Hollingsworth. Taslima Hussain. Majuba Hassani. Mohammed Azim Iqbal. Sunny Kelsey. Kennedy Kay. Sean Kennedy Brown. Nadia Khalifa. Sadullah Khan. Amy Knowles. Sarah Lamley. Tom Mansell. John Maple. Katie Masterson. Georgia McKelvey. Shakira Morrison. Chelvia Mustaq Musa. Eleanor Nicolou. Army Olarte. Grace Awete. Anisha Padir. Jashika Patel. Emily Pickard. Raisa Rafiq. Shurnice Ray. Charlie Rawlinson. Ryan Revel. Pauline Ruona. Sophia Salim. Selina Salim. Natasha Sands. Caitlin Saunders. Hugo Sawyer. Chelsea Sewell. Louis Shackleton. Emma Shin. Ojada Smith. Nikita Swift. Samuel Young. Mingze Yu. Megan Atkins. Morgan Blatter. Elizabeth Calladine. Deputy Vice-Chancellor. That concludes the presentation of awards to the first group of graduates from Nottingham Law School. I am pleased to invite Guy Mallison to the stage to give the oration for our honorary graduate, His Honour Judge Gregory Dickinson.
It is my pleasure and privilege to invite His Honour Judge Gregory Dickinson QC to come forward to receive an honorary doctorate at this afternoon's graduation. Gregory David Dickinson was born in Sheffield in 1959. His mum was a nurse, his dad repaired televisions and radios. He was the first in his family to go to university, and he studied law by accident. Graduating with an LLB from the University of Leicester in 1980 and completing his bar finals at the Inns of Court School of Law, he was called to the bar at Gray's Inn in 1981 and spent the next 10 years in practice at King Street Chambers in Leicester. In 1992, Greg joined No. 1 High Pavement Chambers here in Nottingham, and 10 years later was appointed Queen's Counsel, a mark of outstanding ability conferred by the Crown. As a QC, Greg was regarded as one of the leading criminal practitioners in the country and prosecuted some of the most high-profile cases in the city and county of Nottingham. Greg's judicial career began as an assistant recorder, a part-time post back in 1998. In 2012, he was appointed a circuit court judge with authority to try cases of murder, manslaughter, and attempted murder. Just 3 years later, Greg was authorised by the Lord Chief Justice to sit as a judge of the Court of Appeal, Criminal Division, the final appeal court for most criminal cases. In 2016, he was appointed a senior circuit judge and resident judge at Nottingham Crown Court, dealing with some of the most serious criminal cases. Later that same year, Greg was appointed honorary recorder of Nottingham. Greg's contribution to the legal profession has been significant. Between 2004 and 2012, he variously represented the Midlands Circuit as a member of the Bar Council, serving as Vice Chairman of the Bar Council's Legal Services Committee, served as Deputy Leader, Crime, of the Midlands Circuit, and as Joint Head of Chambers at No. 1 High Pavement. He is a contributing editor to the Crown Court Compendium, providing guidance to judges as to the management of trials and directing juries, and a member of the Judicial Board of Editors, Archbold Criminal Pleading, Evidence and Practice, the standard work of reference for criminal practitioners in the Crown Court. He is a tutor at the Judicial College for the Training of Recorders and Judges, whilst his role of bencher at Gray's Inn has a particular emphasis on training and encouragement of students from all backgrounds, underpinning his ongoing commitment to diversity and opportunity for all. Greg believes that law, at its heart, is all about people. And he's passionate about criminal law because it's about working with people in moments of real significance, sometimes the most significant moments in their lives. He's proud of his profession and how justice has continued to be done and been seen to be done despite funding pressures and, in the last 18 months, the COVID-19 pandemic. His courts have remained open throughout, resuming jury trials in June of last year, carrying out work which is often not high profile, but that matters to people, to us, and how our society functions. Finally, he believes strongly that a legal career is open to people from a wide range of backgrounds. If it was just for the privileged, he wouldn't have made it himself. He promotes the engagement of young people through the National Citizenship Foundation's mock trial competition and the Pathways to Law scheme, which encourages children from non-professional backgrounds like his own to meet with judges and practitioners. He says that some of his most rewarding discussions have been with students from our own Nottingham Law School. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you His Honour, Judge Gregory Dickinson QC, being a person distinguished in eminence and by attainments for the conferment of the degree of Doctor of Law, honoris causa, in recognition of his significant contribution to the legal profession.
Don't be impressed, my printer broke down this morning, so I'm hoping I can find my speech on here. The first thing I need to do is to apologise to those of you who have yet to come up on stage. You've waited so long, only to be interrupted by me. The good news is that the guidance provided by the university for those making a speech like this begins with keep it short, and I promise you that I shall. I would like, though, to congratulate those of you here. This is an honorary award. It is an honour. It's a profound honour coming from a university as marvellous as Nottingham Trent. But all of you have had to work for yours. I haven't, so I'm really here on false pretences. The advice to keep things short is good advice in all walks of life, including any of you who are aiming to become advocates. Some of you may know there is a school debating competition mainly aimed at young teenagers, and they can speak for no more than a minute. After 60 seconds, the whistle goes and they sit down. And my goodness, the amount that some young people can say in 1 minute, I'm afraid not quite so good at that. But it's good advice for advocates, because if any of you who do become advocates, you will do what I have done and everyone else has done. You will ask one question too many. A few years ago, there was a very serious disturbance on the streets not far from here, and along with the conventional weapons of knives and clubs, vehicles were used as weapons. People were being mown down and tossed up into the air. It was horrific. And amongst people giving evidence in the trial were local residents who had the misfortune of looking down onto the street where they live, seeing what's going on. And one lovely gentleman was in tears as he described the scene. And he was asked by the extremely good prosecuting counsel, would you have driven like that? Now, an unnecessary question, but perhaps one that will be forgiven And he said, no, I wouldn't. And then that wholly unnecessary next question, why wouldn't you have driven like that? I never learnt to drive, he said. Sorry, technical hitch. I would like to thank the University Nottingham Trent, the Vice-Chancellor, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, all the wonderful people at the law school. This is indeed a huge honour. Excuse me a moment. Nottingham Trent has a very fine tradition that goes back literally for generations. And it's actually very well summed up by this campus where we are at the moment. And just across the way from here is the Mary Ann Evans building, which I take to be George Eliot. Had to use a man's name when she was writing in the mid-late 19th century. And she was at the height of her powers and popularity just about the time that Nottingham Trent got going in the mid-19th century, providing adult education and vocational training. And then elsewhere on this campus, we see cutting-edge technology. There's a medical technology innovation facility, the Anthony Nolan Trust Research Centre, Crime Scene House, the 3D pitch. Somebody will explain to me what that is. I saw it on a sign. I have no idea what that means, I'm afraid. But actually what's fundamental about Nottingham Trent and so wonderful about it is its emphasis on vocational training as well as academic study. And all of you here, as graduates, family and friends, are part of a fantastic tradition, a living organism that's been around for decades, and you are now part of it and will remain part of it for the rest of your lives. The guidance from the university asked me to pass on tips for being successful in life. To be honest, I regard myself as more lucky than successful. I have 2 tips, the first of which will be of no use to you whatsoever, which is that you should marry Judy. In September of 1982, I was lucky enough to become a tenant, as it's called, a full member of Chambers. The very same week, I met Judy. And everything and anything that is good about my life, I owe to you. But I do, if you'll permit me, have some advice for all of you. Education is so important, and those of you who go into litigation, perhaps crime or family or housing, you will deal day in, day out with people who have not, through no fault of their own, have not appreciated the value and the opportunity that comes with education. What can you look forward to? Well, hard work, of course, everyone tells you that. But you can look forward to friendship, to encouragement, to support, to camaraderie. Sometime this month, the Crown Court at Nottingham will have concluded its 3,000th case during the pandemic. And this is serious stuff. This is murder and sexual offences and domestic violence and robbery and so forth. 3,000 cases through the pandemic. Not because of me, but because fantastic practitioners and wonderful court staff have worked collaboratively and pragmatically through the pandemic. It's a wonderful thing to be part of if you want to and strive to achieve it. But my real advice to you is get involved. Whenever you can, say yes. If you're busy and somebody asks you to do something, say yes, because you will find it so rewarding. Save for perhaps having to stand here dressed like this in the sweltering heat, keeping you waiting. Thank you very much indeed to all of you and to Nottingham Trent University. I'm deeply thankful and very grateful.
Thank you so much, Greg, for that inspirational speech. I now invite the stewards to bring forward the second group of graduates. Deputy Vice-Chancellor. The following have also qualified for awards from Nottingham Law School. Master of Laws degree in Legal Practice course, Byrony Chambers Towers. Michael Christie. Cassidy Drury. Giselle Jai. Joanne Fox. Gavinder Singh Gill. Emily Jane Gordon. Camila Hallas. Lucy Hooper. Samantha Jaggers. Harley Jensen Watts. Emily Knight. Scott Lee. Ushbar Naz. Natasha Preston. Daniel Radford. Samantha Sargent. Radhika Sudani. Callum Scott. Robin Sewell. The next student is also the winner of the NLS Prize for the Outstanding Contribution on the Legal Practice course, David Smith. Hannah Spicer Short. Kimberly Van Haren. Leonie Watson. Katie Yates. Master of Laws degree in Oil, Gas and Mining Law, Zainab Jabril. Amma Mohammed Kamis. Abdullah Sano. Master of Laws degree in Sports Law, Ross McCracken. Virindra Rajput. Frank Tweenboer. Graduate Diploma in Law, Danielle St. Clair. Ifat Ansar. Humaira Sadiq. The next student is also the winner of the NLS Prize for Outstanding Contribution in Year 2 on the Graduate Diploma in Law, Joseph John Giddins. Sarah Khan. Tanya Lochran. Leah Noakes. Elizabeth Powley. Marielle Scott. Nirav Shah. Tanusha Tangarasa. Victoria Winterton. Neka Amwegwe. Sarah Bahia. Aisha Chowdhury. The next student is also the winner of the NLS Prize for Outstanding Contribution on the Graduate Diploma in Law, Peter Hortor. Sivan Haya. Firoza Khan. Chloe Salt. Georgie Tomlinson. Breezy White. Professional Certificate in Trademark Practice, Eve Brown. Daniel Keane. Emma Kirkpatrick. Michelle Holder. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in Business Law, Emmanuel Arimoro. Abraham Bankole. Bethany Dodson. Danny Hampson. Olivia Usha Harris. Chisholm Ikoku. Rianne Sams. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in European Law, Isabel Manzi. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in International Law, Ashley Beckeru. Thomas McHugh. Marjua Akwa. Caitlin Cobley. Clementina Collison. Abigail Eastep. Liam Foston. Inez Fonte. Adam Haynes. Paula Mas Alvarez. Nicole Pavlovska. Toby Rogers-Jones. Faye Nadine Solomon. The next student is also the winner of the Paragon Law Prize for the top LLB international student, Ibrahim Bandi. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in Law for Financial Services, Andrea Rosnovan. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in Law, Senior Status, Ian Constantine. Zulu Nyumba Kumwenda. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in Law with Business, Natalie Acaster. Ellie Benjamin. Fatima Ijembi. Jasmine Glavin. Chris Eilsley. Maxis Kirillovas. Sophie Ogbonia Okafor. Jordan Ramsey. The next student is also the winner of the Freeths Prize for the top performing student in Law with Business, Sophie Rock. Michael Rinkevich. Dorcas Shipman. Kuda Shaib. Josh Willis. Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in Educational Studies and Early Years, Diana Almeida. Graduate Diploma in Law, Talita Fantauzi. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in law with psychology, Kiana Tu. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in law, Jeannie Hutchinson. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in law with psychology, Sophia Anyadaike. Master of Laws in International Trade and Commercial Law, Mohammed El Maghrab. Professional Diploma in Legal Practice, Emma O'Sullivan. Master of Laws degree in Legal Practice, Ruth McAteer. Ross Murray. Bachelor of Laws degree with honours in International Law, Panache Yanya. Master of Laws degree in General Law, Samantha Moore. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards from Nottingham Law School and concludes the presentation of awards to graduates at this ceremony. Zoe Mallet, Vice President, Community and Welfare Officer, will now propose the vote of thanks.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Executive Dean, distinguished guests, fellow graduates and guests. It is an honour to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of everyone graduating today from Nottingham Trent University. It is also an honour to be able to speak to you today in person. Many students due to graduate in 2020 had graduations postponed. As a 2020 graduate myself, I can say it's a privilege to be able to graduate in person, even if it is later than expected. It's just as valuable, and we can still get the pics for the gram. So a special thanks to those at NTU who ensured the class of 2020 did not miss out in their in-person graduation. This graduation ceremony is here to celebrate the achievements made by each and every one of us. Today we can all look around and appreciate the dedication, hard work and perseverance that has allowed us to achieve success in our respective fields. We transitioned from lecture theatres to bedrooms, smart clothing to pyjamas, and group work to keeping up competitions with toilet roll. We had virtual goodbyes and no transition into the real world like we had planned. There were times of panic and last-minute NEC applications as COVID had disrupted our lives. Just like you, I did not expect my last few months at university to end the way they did. After years of late-night library sessions, poor dietary choices, and many breakdowns, our time at NTU came to an abrupt end, apart from those who chose the route of further study. Despite our varied experiences of university, there is at least one thing we all have in common, and that is the success that we are experiencing today. The success of graduating, and graduating during a global pandemic. However, these achievements would not have come about without the care and ongoing support of those around us. I'd like to begin by thanking the academics of NTU, both the teaching and non-teaching faculty members, the support and guidance of tutors, lecturers, researchers, and all of the academics here at NTU, whom we have gained the skills and knowledge from to enable us to thrive in our chosen fields. Their practice, valuable insights, and willingness to accommodate our many, many questions, emails, and meetings is what makes being at Trent so great. I'd also like to express sincere gratitude towards the support and professional services staff who have also ensured that life at NTU for us ran as smoothly as possible, often entirely from behind the scenes and unnoticed. The next star thanks goes to the librarians, who always provided us with a safe space to study, stress, and break down at any hour, and without doubt helped us locate the literature we needed, no matter how obscure. I'd like to thank the catering team, allowing many of us to fuel our caffeine addictions and ensuring we ate more than a meal deal a day. Employability for helping many of us have something to progress into, as well as the cleaning and security teams who have consistently provided us with a safe and clean environment. In addition to the staff at university, we would not have got through our time at NTU without the endless support of our friends and families throughout the whole ordeal, from proofreading to flat dramas and even helping us how to use the washing machine. The support from all who I've mentioned wasn't limited to just our studies. It included the transition to adult life, the independence, as well as a global pandemic. Supporting those students who, instead of finishing university and heading into their future life, many felt that they'd gone backward, moved back home with uncertainty about the world and their future. I'm sure that each of us would like to recognise the invaluable support of those who have helped us personally on this journey. Those who were always there to offer a shoulder to cry, an ear to listen, or whom could rely on to go to Spoons for a pint when we needed a break from it all. On behalf of the graduates of the class of 2020, thank you for being our foundation and support system. May we continue to conquer our battles, be it within us and among us, and challenge ourselves to continuously improve and learn. So here's to you, the class of 2020. I wish you good luck in everything that you do. Go out and be brilliant. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. You're all looking rather warm, I have to say. It is very hot in here, isn't it? So you'll be relieved to know, I think, that we're almost at the end of the ceremony. But I hope that you've really enjoyed it. What a wonderful occasion, isn't it? And how wonderful, after all these months of restrictions and things we couldn't do, to actually be able to come together and to celebrate these achievements in this way. So I hope you've all enjoyed it. But I hope you'll also appreciate that behind the scenes there's an awful lot of people who've worked really hard to make this happen this afternoon. Most of them you can't see, they'll be watching us online, and I think they'd really appreciate a brief round of applause, I think, for everything they've done to make this happen. So, class of 2020, how does it feel? You're very quiet. Well done, everybody. I really echo the thoughts of the Interim Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Enterprise and Knowledge Exchange by congratulating you on your achievements and wishing you every success for the future. And as I said earlier, it's really fantastic to be able to share that and do this all in person. I'd also like to acknowledge the pride we take in distinguished members of society agreeing to join our community by becoming honorary graduates. Thank you, Gregory Dickinson, for accepting our invitation and for your insightful and inspiring words. And yes, I did take note. I'll keep it short. Don't worry. Great universities also need great people, and Mark Chadwick is one of those people. And thank you again for your outstanding contribution to the university. I'd also like to thank and congratulate Zoe Mallet for that inspiring student vote of thanks. Thank you, Zoe. So students are the beating heart of our university and in many ways of our city. But it's not just about studying in the lecture theatre and the laboratory. It's also playing sports, volunteering in schools, running societies, and in so many other ways. And we know that you missed several months of that experience in the spring and summer of 2020. And that's why we were so keen to hold these graduation ceremonies in this way. So that one stage of your engagement with NTU was marked in a more conventional and time-honoured way. I say one stage because although you have now graduated, you remain members of our global NTU family, a worldwide community of over 220,000 Nottingham Trent University alumni. Our doors will always be open to you. You can continue to access support from us, including, of course, advice on next steps in your career from our superb employability team. And you can find out more about that by always visiting the NTU alumni website. But in time, I hope you will also consider how you too can help future generations of students, just as some alumni will have helped you through offering lectures, placements, and careers advice, and by helping to fund our scholarships, facilities, and research. And we would also like to encourage you to complete the Graduate Outcomes Survey, which you will receive in the coming weeks. You may already have had the email about it. Your contribution will leave an important legacy for the students of tomorrow. But that is all for the future. Now is the time to enjoy your success, make the most of the rest of this gorgeous day, and hopefully the evening as well. And in a moment, I'll be inviting you all to join us for celebratory refreshments in the marquee. But just before we do that, I've got one last thing to ask of all of you. All of you have applauded quite enthusiastically this afternoon. Some of you have even cheered loudly and whistled and so on, but it's all been within the constraints and formalities of the ceremony. And I think what our class of 2020 over here have achieved has been nothing short of fantastic. So I would just like to invite you for 30 seconds to make as much noise as you like and really applaud them for everything that they've done. Go. Okay, thank you everybody, that was tremendous. That sends you on your way, sets you up for a lovely evening, I hope, full of celebrations. Guests, can I ask you to please remain seated for the processional music and as the academic party and graduates leave the hall. And finally, I declare this graduation ceremony closed. Thank you.